Okay, Nirmala Sitharaman wants to come in and respond to Mr. Akhtar.
Not to Mr. Akhtar. Of course, that's a very passionate call, but I think equally as passionate as the BJP would want to say that since 2002, if you know, there's not been one riot in Gujarat. If that's not enough to prove that the administration is absolutely on guard and it is doing its job well, but for the 2002 incidents, I don't think you're being fair at all. And if there are allegations with which we want to go on with the media trial, I would want to point out that in spite of all the concerted efforts for the last 10 years, there's not been one corroborative evidence to go into the 8 special courts which have been appointed for this purpose with an FIR to prove that he was involved. And here again, I would want to underline the fact that in spite of all the SIT has said, about which of course the NGOs themselves cast aspersions to start with. They didn't have faith in the SIT. Today when there are lines which are suitable, you would want to talk about it and churn about it. And also, in spite of the SIT itself giving an inference saying there's no evidence to pursue the matter, we would still harp on lines which would, derive from emotional statements. But having said that, SIT, the evidence not available or evidence is not adequate to take on further is not good enough for us. The police officers who have given the statements is not good enough for us. But we want to attribute a motive to say they have had benefits from the government, therefore they are saying lie, I think is twisting it for our convenience and not leaving the judges of the Supreme Court who are looking into this matter to look at it with unbiased
let Mr. Akhtar respond to that. Let Mr. Akhtar respond to that.
I think now it's time
because I've hardly spoken. You must listen to me.
Yes, you must.
Sure,
I've hardly spoken. Listen, is it not strange that 2 police officers say that we don't remember that he made such an outrageous statement or not? This statement is so outrageous that if it is made, you can't forget. If it is not made, you will know he had not made it. Anybody cannot forget it. The very statement is illogical that we don't remember that whether he made this outrageous statement or not.
Surely, I take your point on that, but I think what is important for us to know is these are the kind of things which the Supreme Court is going to go into great depths to hear, understand and see that in spite of the 10 years of concerted attempts without an FIR on
Mr.
the person,
Anand wants to respond to this.
Are going to face.
Let Javed Anand come in and respond to that. Go on, one by one. Mr. Anand, go on.
I just want to stick to the legal point and not get distracted to anything else. One, this question of there not being enough evidence, please also remember that Zakia Jafri and Citizens for Justice and Peace spent years from the local police station to the DGP of Gujarat and they doggedly refused to register an FIR. Many of the bureaucrats and police officers in Gujarat who have not spoken so far, we understand that once an FIR is registered in the Supreme Court,
Yes, in fact, Javed has raised a very important point and I want to bring this fact to everybody's notice that there is a police officer called Sanjeev Bhatt who deposed before the SIT saying that if an FIR would be filed, if a criminal case would be undertaken, then he would testify and speak the truth. He said he was part of that meeting and he said he does not want to speak in a non-binding SIT committee report, but if there is a criminal investigation, he will testify and speak the truth. Interestingly, when Mr. Modi was questioned 2 months after Sanjeev Bhatt had given his testimony to the SIT committee, and he was asked which were the officers who were present at that crucial meeting, he named the 7 officers that have been corroborated by others, and then voluntarily he said Sanjeev Bhatt was not part of that meeting because he was too junior to be there.
Okay,
now,
I'm out of time.
Nobody had even mentioned Sanjeev Bhatt's name to him, but he took great pains to emphasize that Mr. Bhatt was not there. There are too many questions facing Mr. Modi.